Hi, everybody. My cat just died.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
It's MC Too Tall, hip hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, guy with a whole bunch of credentials, and you know that already. I've mentioned that to you many, many times before, so it must be true. And you're watching the MC Too Tall show. Got on here with no subject to talk about, and just to let you know, this morning I woke up to hearing my cat choking and wheezing. My cat, Streaky. It's one of several cats that I have. As I mentioned to you, I got 13 cats, not counting the kittens. And so I pick him up and died in my arms. Streaky died in my arms. And very sad about that. And that means Donald Trump is doing a good job as President of the United States. If you like my music, it means Donald Trump is doing a good job as President of the United States. If you despise my music, it means you're just a hater and you don't know what you're talking about when you critique my music. You just don't know. I mean, you could give honest criticism, but a lot of you are just haters that don't know what you're talking about. Haters, haters, haters. And I want to show you another one of my cats. This is Streaky's brother. You may have seen him before in my other videos. This is Mittens. He looks like he wears mittens all the time. And he is very furry and cute. And I'm going to let him get up and run away because he's not in a huggable mood. But he's a good cat. And he scratched me. And I'm bleeding all over the place. But that's okay. That's okay. Because, it's the Democrats' fault that these things happen to me. And the Democrats don't like animals. They celebrate when animals die. They think they're on some moral high ground, claiming that they're vegan. But these are people that would put a cat in their mouth and crush their necks with their jaws and whip them around like a wild dog would in the woods. Okay? And that's how these people that claim to be on a moral high ground because they're vegan act towards animals. They don't do it because they care about animals. That means that they're not killing animals for food, but they're still killing animals. That's all that means with these vegans. These people still wear fur coats and leather jackets. Okay, they wear clothing made out of dead animals. So they're not on any moral high ground. Okay, so many levels of hell. Where belong leftist vegans? Especially if they're atheist. atheists are not good-hearted people. They're not people with a conscience or a compass of what's right and wrong, because there's no God in their life to tell them right from wrong. Not only do I have God in my life to tell me right from wrong, God gives me instructions on specifically how to do crucial automotive repairs. Crucial automotive repairs, by that I mean if these auto repairs are done incorrectly, the motorist who takes the vehicle from my shop could possibly crash and die if these auto repairs are not done correctly. That's why I seek God's guidance when doing these crucial automotive repairs. Okay? So, if you put your life in my hands, I then take it and put it in God's hands. Okay? Because God is real. And those who don't want to believe God is real is just a hater that doesn't know what he's talking about. You're just haters that don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to introduce you to another one of my cats. This one here is Carmine. I named him after Uncle Carmine. And he's got a little beard. See the little beard he's got, like Uncle Carmine? You know, because you know my Uncle Carmine had a beard, right? And he also ate peanut butter on crackers. And he's a very nice cat. And he purrs, and he's furry too. And I'm gonna let him run away. Let him run away. Look at him running away. Yay. Okay. And so that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And Democrats don't care about cats. They eat cats and then call themselves vegans. And as I said, a lot of them are atheists, which means they have no soul. They have no human compassion. Okay? They're basically humanoid lab animals waiting to happen. If they have no soul, it means they're not really human. They come in the form of a human being, but if they don't have a belief in God, how could they have a soul? And thus, people who cut up cats and beagles and mice and stuff shouldn't be doing that. If you have atheists whose biology is similar to that of an actual human being, and the matter of fact, the only difference between one such creature and a human being is the absence of soul. So if you're gonna like cut up a creature, cut up one with the physiology most like a human being without a soul, and leave the innocent animals alone. Leave cats like this one alone. This is let me introduce you to another cat. This is one of the older ones. This is Pinocchio. Him, I call him Pinocchio because he's got that streak up his nose. And he's basically has a big nose. See, cats with big noses are cute. People with big noses, they don't deserve no type of life, except a life of misery ended with a knife. They can't fight, fuck, rap, dance, or sing. Not even Geek Squad would take them under their wing. They came into this world in need of a plastic surgeon. Now look how you're going out, a fucking bloody virgin. Use a herb. And that's how most people feel about these things. And so that's basically general consensus on how people feel about people with big noses. And it's justifiable. It's justifiable. People, some some people have noses so big they do not deserve a sex life or a life without misery and pain. They deserve abuse all day, every day, just for having a big nose. And they just do. There was a guy who worked at McDonald's, and he worked a fry bin. And when I had a hot smoking hot girlfriend at the time. But when do I not have a smoking hot girlfriend? Except when I don't have a girlfriend at all, which is far and few between. So anyway, one of my many smoking hot girlfriends over the years that I've had girlfriends wanted French fries from McDonald's. I said, no, we can't get French fries from McDonald's because such and such a kid is working the fry bin and he has a big nose. And I made sure we did not get fries from that McDonald's until shifts changed and they put somebody else on that fry bin. Because you can never trust a man with a big nose. Never listen to what he got to say, because all you need to do is just laugh when you see him in the streets getting blown away. And this is why I say what I say, because I give you in-depth analysis on what's going on in life, what goes on behind the scenes, and I could assure you a lot of what's going on is because of the Illuminati. As I mentioned before, good artists are kept down and held back because of the Illuminati. And if that wasn't the case, I'd be riding around in a limousine, making it rain in the club. And legit making it rain in the club. Not one of these phonies that make it rain in the club when there's a drought at home, if you follow what I'm saying. You know, it's all good because Buddy Boy recovered at a pinch. Buddy got the new suit, nothing in the fridge. You ever see those people? They got a new suit with nothing in the fridge. Okay? Punks like that. Not me. Not me. I stay ahead of the curve and ahead of the game. Because I am no fucking bum. I am no bum. And a lot of you out there need to come to a hetero white messiah realization of that. And look, it's Mittens again. Mittens is back. Look, it's Mittens. It's Mittens. It's Mitteny Mittens. Go ahead, run away. Run away, Mittens. Go ahead, run away. He's a good cat. He's a good cat. Mitteny Mittens. And basically what I'm doing is like, in light of Streaky passing away, I've been embracing, the remaining cats because, to be honest, it's a pretty traumatic experience for a loved one to die in your arms. And make no mistake, these cats are loved ones. And so I've been bonding a little more with them, even more than usual. I always give them hugs, always kiss them on top of their heads. But been hugging them a little bit tighter lately because they're cute. And yeah, that's how it is. So anyway, I haven't much to say. I really didn't have a topic today to begin with. So basically, I was talking about my cats, talking about how Donald Trump is doing a great job as president, and how my music is great. I wrote the song Cleanse with Fire. I released that in 2013, but I recommend you guys, listen to it. It's a great song. Fire, fire, cleanse with fire, 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 cleanse with fire, flame, fire, cleanse with fire, 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 cleanse with fire. What don't you understand about that, Paco? You know, and a lot of these bitches that are embarrassed about being called a virgin, I'm the reason why they're not a virgin. Okay? You want to be embarrassed about being called a virgin, then, you got to give your virginity up to me. These bitches. I got freaking 8 inches over there. I got a big dick and I'm good at cunnilingus. Motherfuckers. But that's neither here nor there. I'm grieving right now. And at the loss of my cat. My cat was very nice. Poor Streaky died in my arms. Right? Yeah, Carmine's sad. Pinocchio's so sad he curled up in a ball and went to sleep. Patches is so sad he's pissing on my toolbox and starting fights with Carmine. It's unbelievable. And Mittens is so upset that he leaped out of my arms and almost peed on my head. So there's a lot going on. So the whole family, the whole cat family is grieving. Blondie is so bereaved he bit my finger, ran away, and now he's nowhere to be found. So I could give you all kinds of for instances. But I better just close it out from here. You get the gist of the idea. You already know what's going on. You already know what's going on. We're just keeping things safe around here. Sweet, innocent Streaky is now with good God and holy heaven above, surrounded by beautiful angels. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Tell all your friends about me. Stay strong. Keep kicking at slang. It's your boy in the building, die-hard Trump supporter, hip-hop legend, and New York City goth scene ambassador, MC Too Tall. When I put my glasses on, I'm going to tell you to be good. Be good.